Pisces, welcome to your open read, in-depth style. So the Sunday Shuffle has largely been open reads. In other words, no theme, right? Nothing concentrated on family, love, or work. It's just whatever hits the table is what hits the table. That's it. And I've been enjoying this quite a bit, and several of them have put me in this place of, man, I would love to extend this. I'd like to push this further. I'd like to explore it further. So I thought, let's do an open read, in-depth style. So bringing the open reads to the main table, and I'll push it, see how far we can go. Clarify as much as I want, put all those oracles down, that kind of thing. And, you know, see if we like it. If you do, put in the comments, let me know, and I'll make open reads in-depth, a rotating feature, like I do with the Celtic Cross, yours, theirs, that kind of thing. All right? But yeah, so far I've been enjoying it. People have really gotten off their particular tracks, and I'm tuning into a whole other group of folks. Scorpio, very different. Very different group of folks. Capricorn. Taurus and Virgo, kind of in the same vein. So, yeah, you know. We'll see. Regardless of what hits this table, basic rules still apply. Take what resonates, leave what does not. It's a general collective reading, not a private one-to-one. If it was a private one-to-one, you had damn well better expect it to resonate. As it were, it's open to anyone who watches YouTube. So I don't really know who's influencing me or what group or why. It's just how it is. So if it doesn't resonate at all, check your other placements. You'll find yourself in there somewhere. Okay? But don't ever force a message to fit. And if you're confused and like, I don't know what's going on, then it's not your reading. Don't worry about it. All right? What's going on, please? Show me that Pisces Collective. Show me that Pisces Collective. Show me that Pisces Collective. Show me that Pisces Collective, please. What's going on? What's going on for Pisces, please? Okay. Four of Coins, the Devil, the Empress, Two of Coins. We're having a hard time letting a special someone go. And I have Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles, the Devil. Well, not only are we not letting it go, we're a little stubborn, we're a little adamant about it, a little protective. This is mine. It's a little bit more than protection. It's this fear to really let something or someone go. And as the Empress here, it's either you or the person whom you are strongly connected to and not doing it, them or they. You immediately opened with the Four of Pentacles, so I'm going to read from the point of view of you. But yes, of course, reverse could apply, but I'm going to read from the point of view of you. It's not meant to be an insult or a judgment. I told you, we're going to read what hits the table today. Okay? We'll keep going. Knight of Wands, Strength, Temperance. And that's quite the nice flip. We're trying to get the energy here back into a warmer state, a happier state, a more understanding state. I hope that you achieve it here with whomever this is. I don't know. I don't know. If you have that much intensity and I can't let this go surrounding something, I don't know. But I do see you trying to convert it, I believe, into a healthier place, or it could be something brand new you want to pursue altogether. Because that's a lot of heaviness surrounding one particular topic. And then underneath that is lightness. A sense of will and strength, but an easiness too with temperance. So hopefully we healed this, or it could be something altogether different. Let's take a look. Show me that Four of Pentacles, please. Show me that Four of Pentacles. 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 The Stars, the Five of Wands. Yeah, you are refusing to let this go. You're like, this is my dream, and I'm not going to let it slip away. I will fight to it unto my dying breath. Okay? Are you sure? No, seriously. Think about it. Four of Pentacles. I refuse to let this go. What? Something I strongly desire. It only exhausts me. I don't even really like it because sometimes it pisses me off. But it's mine. You know? Nine of Wands, that's doing something over and over again. That's why he's the wounded warrior. He won't stop fighting the fight, even though the results don't change. And I know this is an ongoing fight within you, around you, about this so-called dream. Something that you have a lot of hope and or desire attached to, but it doesn't seem to want you back. So what are you fighting for? Honey, when a star is meant to be ours, we don't have to fight that hard. I mean, I grant you, it takes more work than the sun. You've heard me say that before. But that's not work. That's strained to the point of break. That's a lot of arguing. I refuse to change my position on this. I want it. It's mine. I won't let it go. And it may not want me, but I'm gonna want it back even harder. Is that a star that's worth it? Is that really your star? I just say about the star all the time, you have to be on the path to understand if it's right for you. And whatever this is says you've held on to it long enough to understand if it's right for you, because if it really wanted to be right for you, it wouldn't want to go. Like, you're forcing it to stay. So why? Does it really mean that much to you, or is it just because you don't want to give up on it? Because that's quite the toll it's taking on you. Do you see that? I'm not making that up. That's the cards, honey. Do you see the toll it's taking on you to keep this around? I refuse to give up on this dream and this vision. It's mine, mine, mine. No, let's make it clear. There's no progress with this star. 4 of Pentacles is lack of progress. 5 and 9 of Wands is all lack of progress. That's blockage, but I'm going to hold on to it even though it's not serving a purpose, but perhaps it will one day. So are we holding on to it for the purpose it used to serve, or holding on to it for the purpose it could potentially serve in future? Because right now it has no purpose other than you fighting for it hardcore. That star isn't serving a purpose. Okay, let's think about that. Let's see this devil, please. I'm not saying it's not important to you. Clearly it's important to you. I just want you to question why. Because it doesn't seem to be in use in any way that favors you. Perhaps it did in the past, but it's not right now. Perhaps it will in the future, but again, it's not right now. And now is what counts. Okay? It's like I say, if a star wants to go that bad, let it. But I don't know what that star is to you. Let's see this devil, please. Let's see that devil. Oh, he's a big old angry guy in this deck, which reminds me, it is the Golden Tarot deck, which I've had for years. It's a hard-wearing deck. It will stay with you forever. It's great. I should use it more on camera, so I'm going to try to do that more. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. You're like, it's not over for me. I understand. I do. You know, this is my empire. I built it. I'm not going to just let that go. Your energy for this is wearing thin, very thin. It's getting harder and harder for you to find optimism and joy and healthy, good feeling in it. I understand it's your 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is the tree of life. It could be anything in reference to that which your roots touch. So guess what that is? Family, friends, career, community, continuity, loyalty, legacy. Brick by brick, that shit's built. I know a lot of work goes into it. You know? But is it working for you, or are you working for it? Because your energy for this is wearing thin. It would stand to reason, right? It's the dream, Christina. I've built this dream myself. It needs to live up to its promise, and not only does it need to live up to its promise, it needs to live up to its promise indefinitely. Right? I'm not just going to part ways with it. At what cost? This is where we get that Kelly Blue Book concept with vehicles. What it's worth versus the cost of repairs. Right? What it's worth versus what we're being sold or somebody's trying to sell us. You got to know what it's actually worth to figure out the cost of repairs is even worth it. And you got to know what something's worth in order to understand if somebody else is asking you to reasonably pay for the thing. Because this looks like a very expensive vision. And by that I mean it's costing your spirit. It's costing your mind. It's costing you your emotions. It's a lot of cost. I understand, and I'm automatically connecting that dream to your 10 of Pentacles. I understand. It's important to you. And it was also, they're both long-sustaining visions. One's just in the 3D. The vision and the hope that's attached to it is just as strong. So you're saying, I built this and I expected and anticipated to see it forever in play without disruption. Right? And that's just not how reality works. Things change. But the more we deny change, we give room for the devil to grow and say this is how it must be, even if it kills me. That's not true. It's just that's what the devil's saying. But I can tell you right now, that feeling, that thinking is putting you into a really negative place. the enthusiasm that you had for this, the natural kind of lust for life, as you know, Iggy Pop might say. Excuse me if I screw names up, I do it all the time. It's wearing thin. The devil's like, keep a grip on this, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. I don't think he wants to stay. Let's keep going. Show me this Empress, please. Show me this Empress. Show me this. Man, I'm kind of liking open readings there. Completely different flavor. Completely different flavors. I'm liking it a lot. Although I can see comparatively where other folks won't. I kind of get that, but if you're a big boy Pisces and a big girl Pisces, I think you know what I'm talking about, especially if you've been watching my channel for as long as some of you have. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm kind of enjoying this. I mean, not like I'm enjoying the suffering and the pain, of course not. Nothing should be misconstrued like that. And if that's what your first thought was, that says a lot about you. I mean, as a reader who does these 18 times a week, it's different. It's nice to tune into stronger realities for me. The stuff that's more consequential and day to day, as opposed to, I really desire this lover and I wonder if it will ever happen. It's been nice, but it's also been boring. Okay? Real talk. Okay. Let's see this Empress, please. I kept telling people, it's like I'm really close to tearing out all the lovers from all the deck because people keep misunderstanding it, fucking it up, or not appreciating it while they have it, and then they wonder why it's gone. The Empress, okay. It started. It has started a wee bit, a little bit. Don't freak out. Do not panic. Don't do that thing. Calm down. It has started. And of course, you know me, or if you think you do, I'm going to agree with it. Because I see what it's costing you, and I just don't think it's worth it. This obsession to keep everything in place and in order when it doesn't want to be. It is barely contained chaos. It's functioning chaos. But this dream you vision you have is costing you way too much to try to keep it in play. The beginning process. The beginning process. The Empress is you. At first I thought it was someone else. It's you. It is you. You're starting to understand this is anti-empowerment. Yes. It is anti-empowerment. I have to agree. You're contemplating the cycle. It's contemplation. It hasn't been acted upon. But you understand that this cycle is taking away from you. It's the opposite of an Empress who's all about productivity, healthy love, generosity of spirit. All those things and more. And having a Ten of Pentacles and the Star, I know at once upon a time you most likely felt like an Empress or an Emperor, sex is irrelevant tarot, where you felt empowered by everything you have done and achieved. And that's a feeling not easily relinquished. It's not easily let go of. And you're showing me that today. But whatever it is that you are clinging onto no longer represents the beauty of that Empress energy. And it probably hasn't for a long time. So I don't know what this is. It could be an activity, a job function, something much more comprehensive as the Ten of Pentacles covers it. It's up to you. But that Page of Swords to the King of Swords, that's literally accelerated knowledge. It starts with one and ends with the other. So that's actually good in my eyes. When you start out here with this little guy who doesn't know dick about anything, but he knows that. It's the only thing he knows. He doesn't know anything. That's all he knows. Two, I know actually quite a bit with the King of Swords. A little bit of insight, not much. Just enough to say I should probably be curious about this. Two, I accept the weight of this knowledge, as the King and Queen of Swords do. They accept the weight of knowledge. That is their balance. They have a lot of charming aspects, but that is their major pro, by far, is to accept the weight of the knowledge and to do something about it. And the world. You have come to realize that whatever this is anti-empowerment. It's taking away from you. But it starts out small. In other words, it's a theory, but it's a theory you're taking seriously. That cycle. Two of Pentacles, you don't quite know what to do with it. It's still new knowledge to you. That would make sense. It's one of the few times I'll see the Two of Pentacles in a way that doesn't piss me off, because I hate that. I'm not gonna lie, Pisces, I fucking hate the Two of Pentacles. I've been doing this for a long time, and I still get when I see it. But I have to say, in this position, it makes sense, as this is burgeoning new knowledge to you. Okay, it hasn't been acted upon yet. Of course, you're gonna be like, what the fuck do I do with it? Yeah, you don't know yet. You've just, and I mean just, honey, started to put your foot in that particular door, right? It's like, there's some things I can't keep ignoring. Yes. Yes. And there's a deeper thought in there. You want to know what it is? Just because I'm fighting so very, very hard for this doesn't mean that it's fighting back for me in equal measure. What does that say about this situation, this empire, this tree of life that I have built or grew? I put all myself into it, but I'm not getting the results back. Is this my forever plan? Methinks not. Let's see that Two of Pentacles, please. Three of Swords, I understand. The Emperor, you understand that you have to do something about it. You don't want to. You also understand the very realistic theory that as the Emperor, who is also empowered, just they're par for course. The Emperor and Empress, they are each other's equal. But with the Emperor, you already taken the Emperor's card, so now the Emperor's out and he's a little more firmer, right? He's a little firmer guy. Same sense of self-empowerment. He's like, I don't want to deal with this man, but I also understand realistically death. So you have a stronger determination here to understand that this is anti-empowerment, that there's a contemplation of a cycle closing. And here it is again. You're still saying you don't know what to do, and that the longer you delay, the more it hurts you. And I want you to ease up yourself a little bit, because, you know, you didn't build this overnight, so you're not going to have a solution overnight. This is very rough mechanics of an idea that just started forming in you. So take it easy on yourself. Again, not overnight. Not overnight. Therefore, the solution's not going to be overnight either. But you are looking at yourself and holding yourself accountable for the outcome. Because it's like, I'm coming to terms with myself. Is this what I really envisioned for me in the future? Because my present hasn't been great. And if I continue down this pathway, can I expect the same? You know, the Emperor knows he'll have to make a decision on this. Okay? So he means business, and he's not going to do anything until he knows he's ready. So Two of Pentacles, but you are taking it seriously. Now, this energy down here is very different. It's softer, but exciting. It's hard. Well, let's jump on into it. Some of this Knight of Wands, please. Some of this Knight of Wands. Some of this Knight of Wands. I mean, that is downright light and fluffy compared to where you were coming from. Okay, let's see that Knight of Wands, please. The Three of Pentacles, Six of Swords, Six of Wands. Okay. So you don't have the Knight of Wands back here and decreasing enthusiasm for everything that you've built, and that sucks. It's a bummer, man. It's a bummer to lose faith in your star like that, to lose faith in everything that you have built because it doesn't seem to want to appreciate you back. I understand. I'm not talking about a person, guys. It's anything in your life circumstance that chalks up to this. It could be multiple things. Ten of Pentacles is extremely comprehensive in the real world placement of things. Now you're showing me another Knights of Wands that says you're actively giving up construction on this, and you actually feel happy about it. You moved away from trying to keep bringing it together. It's like the cooperation's not the same. The effort in building and being on the same page and having the same goals with something else or multiple things just isn't there. And the less you give to it, the better you feel. I know, it's a hard admission, and for those of you who are knee-deep in it, you're not going to see it this way for a long time. But when you stop putting yourself into it, you will experience a huge relief. And your energy starts to feel better, just more positive. A lot more positive. Where you're headed, I don't know, but you're showing me more movement as opposed to inaction. Your energy's a lot lighter. Six of Swords. I can't keep putting myself into this, even if it's in the smallest of ways. It's non-cooperative. In other words, it's like, I know you wanted it, but it doesn't necessarily want you back, honey. That star, that Ten of Pentacles, has to want to be maintained by you, and for some reason it doesn't want to be maintained. Not in a way that's healthy or makes sense. And it puts you all in a weird place and getting all twisted and fucked up. So bit by bit. That's Disintegration, The Cure. One of my favorite songs from one of their best albums. Disintegration. Song and album, same name. Bit by bit, it starts with me to just let go. Yeah, that's what that is. The only difference, I think, between you and, say, Robert Smith is that you actually feel better the less you give to it. He's sad. He's sad. But it's the acknowledgement that he has to move forward, and it's the same for you, except the less you give to it, your energy feels a lot better, a lot lighter. All right. Let's see strength, please. Show me strength. Show me strength. Show me strength, please. You won't be done with it overnight. I just see you giving less to it. Determined to give less to it, and as you do, you feel better. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Cups. You're fast-forwarding a bit. Okay. With strength, the Wheel of Fortune, they're showing me you are shifting into a timeline or a new era of really strong, happy, positive growth. I don't know where you're going in your chariot. I have no clue. I really don't. The Wheel of Fortune, unfortunately, is not unfortunately, but it's attached to strength and a future orientation, more or less, that suggests fast forward. So I don't quite know. I just know that you're resolved to get there, to kind of shift through time and come out the other side with a positive disposition. The Chariot and the Ten of Cups. That is indeed your movement, so you haven't stopped. In other words, once you started to leave this behind, you kept going. And those bit by bit started to add up. And it freed you to move into something else that actually feels really fucking good. It's emotionally supportive. It loves you. And it actually wants you to be in its world or its realm. I don't know what that Ten of Cups is. And perhaps you don't either. It will present itself in time. The more you exit this, the more you enter this. You see that? Closed door, open door. Same concept, just in a different format. The less you give to this, the more you give to yourself. It's in a different direction. It's very, very positive. Temperance, you're healing the more you leave this behind. I see you're surrounded by love. And you want to keep heading in that direction with the Chariot. Let's see that Temperance, please. That's very healthy. So the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, I often compare those because they're not far apart. Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Very similar concept. So Ten of Cups is like the emotional loyalty on a larger scale, right? With a lot of components in it. Spouses, kids, family in the general sense, right? It's my closed emotional circuit. These people are important to me. It could be one person, it could be multiple people, right? But the idea is that it's emotionally fulfilling, whereas the Ten of Pentacles might be fulfilling in the 3D, but that's no guarantee of love and happiness, right? So this one looks very, very supportive, all right? And you want more of it. You want to drive further into that particular feeling, and that means you're thriving in it. Temperance, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles. I don't know what this is to you. Again, you would know best. I hate that, but hey, that's one of the benefits of open readings. I don't always necessarily know what I'm going to see or get. So that's making me smile just a little bit. Because it's sweet in its own way. And it is sweet in its own way. I see an offer being made for you in the future, given time. Temperance and healing components. But it's a delayed cup, one that you always personally withheld from, okay? or a cup that they've always withheld from you, obviously because you were in something else altogether, so time has passed, yada yada yada. Fast forward. You got some fast forward function today, honey. And Temperance in time, Ace of Pentacles, there will be literally an offer of love. And it's very simple, as these things should be. It's real, solid, valid, but it's also sweet and simple and straightforward. My cup and your cup together. Okay, and equals a brand new opportunity, but given time with temperance and patience and compassion and healing. And it's a Four of Pentacles. It might be an offer that you've always personally refrained from giving to someone else, or someone's always refrained from giving from you. So I don't quite know who or what that is. I just know that it's available to you in the future. And it's one that we can, again, not really indulge in. Could not come forward in, obviously. Well, honey, frankly, you didn't have the space. Whatever this is. And I'm not necessarily assuming there's a spouse in here. It's just, it's touching on so many large things. It's not the ending of something little. It's rather sizable. But it's also not an ending, it's a beginning. And you're not leaving with nothing. You're leaving with experience. I'm just happy personally to see you not engage in holding on activities that are unhealthy. Holding out for a cause or a fight that doesn't seem to care that you do. And that's extremely unhealthy. It makes you or gives you the illusion that there's something worth fighting for and there isn't. And that's not good. You know? It's like, I swear to goodness, there's going to be people in our lives and situations in our life that they seem, the only reference point is to show us indifference. And for some reason, we as human beings, we double down on the stupidness that is indifference and say, well, I'll work harder to hold on to this, to prove that, you know, you need me or that you love me or whatever. And it's, human beings have such an ass backwards, and I'm not any less subject to this, it's just psychological wonders of the human being. It's like we have such an reverse response to indifference. When somebody shows you indifference or your environment is showing you indifference, take it for what it is. Don't work harder. But for some reason we don't do that. We do the opposite. Okay, this person is showing me indifference. I'm going to work even harder to get their attention. Now, I understand in the male psychology when they're pursuing a mate, this is very common trait. It's not always, but it's very common. But that doesn't work in situations like this. It's something that you had already created. You shouldn't have to chase it anymore. You shouldn't have to make it care about you anymore. That's the thing, Pisces. This is not a case of boy meets girl and she keeps rejecting him and he's like, well, I'm going to keep pursuing. This is not that. This is something that keeps rejecting you even though you're putting your best into it, and then you got obsessed with it. You know, I have to keep it going. No. It didn't seem to want your efforts anymore. It seems to be rejecting you, and I'm sorry I'm sorry it went so far down the line before you realized it's not for you anymore. It's rejecting you, and I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. This was not a couple of weeks, guys. For those cross watchers who are like, I totally met that hot Pisces down at the bar, and I want to know if they're going to call me back. This is not that. This is something that took years. Okay? It's not hot, it's not fun, it's not sexy, and the Pisces I'm looking at, this is some serious shit. It's devastating. But I do know this. When you start to leave it behind, piece by piece, bit by bit, you stop messing with it, you stop giving yourself to it, little ways, and then you complete it, Wheel of Fortune, you stop giving to it altogether, you're a very different Pisces. Very different. Much happier, much healthier. Queen of Pentacles. Ay. The Five of Swords, that's what I'm talking about. You're lying to yourself saying that you're comfortable. You're not comfortable. You're not. Whatever the situation is not, and right now this is current energy. You're using strength in a very different position as opposed to what's further out. Right now you're using your strength to tell yourself what you need to tell yourself to keep giving to this. That's a form of self-sabotage. And it's taking away from you, not adding to you. Okay? Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. I'm saying what I need to say to make myself feel secure. This is anti-security. The more we have to tell ourselves something is true or not true, it's the Five of Swords. So the more you're saying, I have to keep doing this so I can feel secure. What about that energy? What about that sentence, Pisces, feels secure? I have to keep doing this to feel secure. How does that sound secure? How does that feel secure? You shouldn't have to chase security for something you already have established. That means it's no longer a fit for you, or it doesn't want you anymore, or it doesn't appreciate your efforts, and you don't want to see it. You're the one who has to pay for this. So how much of this do you want to keep paying? You know, and I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm so sorry, honey. It went so far down the pipeline of your history before it started to implode. Deteriorate's a better word. But I do see you taking ownership of it. I do see you getting out of the devil, and I have to keep this energy, giving up, fighting for this star, because it's not your star anymore. I do see you owning up to it. I do see you standing up to it. Good for you. You're really taking your power back by confronting yourself on the decisions that need to be made. Because even you got tired of the devil shit. Right? Good. And people can get locked into that for a long time. The lies we tell ourselves to protect our ego. I say it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't for nothing, honey. It wasn't for nothing. So many people are so afraid to do anything because then it'll be for nothing. No, honey, if you don't change, if you don't choose to change, then it really will have been for nothing. So no, this wasn't for nothing. You didn't devote how many years to this for nothing. It was for something. But that something isn't for you anymore. And that's the real human challenge, is to understand when it's time to give something up, not keep it. When it says clearly over and over again it doesn't want us. Okay. 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 That's very sweet. It's sweet, but it's real, and it took time. This is like the offer. For some reason, I don't know why I'm feeling this, but it just am. Time is here. Don't get me wrong. Temperance automatically means time, patience, compassion, healing. This is coming across as the offer I always wanted to make, but never could. Either they towards you or you towards them. So I don't quite know what that influence is, but it's very sweet in nature. This is the offer I've always wanted to make. There you go. Anyway, oh, this one's perfect here. First quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. Yeah, what were we talking about, guys? There's that survey energy right there. We're taking an assessment of what's really going down. We're assessing the situation for what it is, not for what it isn't, right? Okay, the rose-colored glasses are off. All right, what else, please? Reveal what needs to be seen. It's a consistent message. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Get honest with yourself, assess the situation, and reveal to yourself what needs to be seen. Whatever this is, I don't know if there's someone else in here. I don't know if this is an environment or a career thing or a combination of those things, especially when it's a Ten of Pentacles, guys. That means more than one factor is involved in the decision making, which doesn't make it any more easier, but it does mean it's that much more imperative. Okay? If we want to retain any part of our foundation that is successful, we have to address this sooner rather than later. Okay, because the longer we stay in it, the more we lose, and that's a very realistic concept. Okay, but yes, and goodness me, if there's somebody supposed to be kicking around in here with you, I haven't seen that person at all. So that tells me they ain't no help either. That's part of the Ten of Pentacles. So I don't know. That foundation's up to you. And if there's anyone in it, I ain't seen it. You're like, this is for love of the game, but it's not love for you, honey. It's not love for you. I know that in it to win it energy. Except for, like I said, when it costs us more than it's worth. That's not long-term game. That's folly. Okay, what's going on here, please? Oh, yeah. Slow and steady. Like I said, this was built up slowly. It will take time to dismantle slowly. There is still a spark within you. That spark of hope, joy, optimism, character, reflection. There's still that spark to move forward, even when it feels like that you can't. There's still that thing in you that says, yes, I can. It doesn't have a very loud voice yet, but it will gain momentum. Okay, And goblins. Yeah. Ow. Ow. By the way, the oracles, when we extensively layer oracles like this, think of them as little bridges, okay? There might be little bridges here that help you connect the dots and to see it as your particular star map, all right? But some of the bridges will not connect to your storyline, so take these as you would as any other part of the reading. It either applies or it doesn't. But this was the reason I chuckled there, goblins. That's what I'm talking about. All these little creatures that take away from the environment but don't necessarily give to it. Greedy little creatures, goblins. Up to mischief, constantly dismantling the environment that was already in place. They don't necessarily contribute to it, but they take from it on the sly. They take a little here, they take a little there. Everything's always eating at it, right? But not exactly contributing. And some of you feel like perhaps you are keeping this together because a lot of people have a lot of hands, and they don't mind taking from your foundation or your environment, but not necessarily help contributing to it. So I don't quite know how your foundation applies. I just know people seem to help themselves, but not necessarily give back to the situation. Okay. And come together. And I see that in your future. That's literally what this is. Okay? It's right there. It's future orientation. 8 for some reason. 8 of what? Month? Pfft, date? I don't know. But for some of you, 8 might be important. 28. Again, of what month? I could not say. Or what year? I don't know how long this is going to take to unfold. Okay? But the process has begun, essentially. I've been really enjoying this one. This is the Coffee Cup Oracle. I have been liking it quite a bit. Quite a bit. I do like it. I'm not a big fan of oracles. Some of them are good. The Moonology is regular, right? Everybody knows the Moonology. And sometimes they're just way too over the top and way too fanciful. I like this one because it's nice, plain, clean, simple, to the point. You know, in the ocean, distance, journey. I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the Wheel of Fortune playing out further out upon the expanse or on the horizon. You see the circular motion here. So, yeah, the distance and the journey, the ocean, and then being surrounded by joy, emotional joy that's actually supportive and loves you. That's there, the emotional expanse, the ocean in time. Okay? Crown is upside down, success and pride. Yeah, upside down Empress. I know. I feel like this situation is taking away from your sense of empowerment. And that's when your King of Swords came out, started to acknowledge it. Yes, you accumulated a certain level of pride and success to wear the crown. And at some point, your crown started to slip. But you're still expected to provide it, right? Little goblins eating at your work here. Okay, key. You know, you do have ownership of that particular key. The lock. You have the key to that particular lock, honey. You just have to know that it's within your grasp or it's within your power, and it always was. You don't have to keep giving to this. Okay? All right. And I think of it this way, you know, you built it, you can dismantle it. You know, it's true for anything. I started this channel. I'm the only one who can really stop it. The more you know that, it gives you power. Because it is power. It's your power. You pretty much created this. It feels like there's supposed to be a co-creator in there, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Maybe that's the problem. But you created this, you can dismantle it. Salvage the good bits, keep those with you. Intelligent Gemini, the medallion of Gemini, I should say. D, you, the infinity loop, wanting that soulmate energy, a soul bond, something that's actually on a healthy give and take loop, as opposed to a circle, go round and round and round. No, nothing changes. But we have a positive feedback loop, which is the equal division of the infinity loop. No one side is being left out or faulted. It's equal back and forth energy. Okay, something that is more in lines with equal or harmonious. In other words, actually meant for you, as opposed to something that's not meant for you, but you keep participating in it. Okay? The owl, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the lightning bolt, tower moment. Shocking. Shocking developments, shocking insight, stuff that's not easy to understand, but coming to terms with it. Okay. Anything else, please? R, P, and then the butterfly, sign of transformation. We are also in the season of butterflies now as we speak, or at least here in the south, that is Texas. Right now it's butterfly season, so for some of you this is confirmation that some of these things are beginning to unfold for you now. But whenever your season for butterflies is. But also, again, just transformation. Okay. Pisces. I do hope this helped too. Okay. We're on point. We're on point. Sometimes I don't know. We're on point. Anyway, I do hope this helped you. It was different and interesting, and I think very realistic, and I appreciate realistic readings. I get the metaphysical stuff and the spiritual stuff and the vague stuff and the metaphors, but sometimes you want to see shit in reality. So I actually appreciate you showing this today, because it's real. Real respect's real. I understand the real. This is a real human being. You didn't show me the vague shit so much as this is my reality, and I understand that, I accept it, and this is what I'm going to do about it. So good for you. And when you do, in time, you will have what's meant for you, not what's wrong for you. Okay? Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.